Hey there, happy day 1253 of What's Shipped. And now Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here, thinking of silly things and traveling on a shoestring, because those were our topics of challenges today. Our annual challenge, all about you to do one 365-day challenge, to do one thing every day that centers us, is all about taking time every day to do something silly. So today I'm having a sleepover with my granddaughter and my 5-year-old niece, 6-year-old granddaughter, 5-year-old niece. So that's going to be fun. And I guarantee we'll do a whole bunch of silly things. I don't know where or what, but we've got some silly things planned. I know it'll involve a lot of water balloons and probably some silly string and who knows what else. It depends if my nephew decides to tag along with some of the activities or not, which I'm pretty sure that he will. So, doing something silly was our challenge from our 365-day challenge, to do one thing that centers us every day. Now, how does doing something silly help to center us? I think that whenever we do something out of the ordinary or out of our normal way of being or our comfort zone, it allows us to learn more about ourselves. Whenever we rest or recharge our batteries or look for something new or learn something new or read or investigate or get curious about something, all of that helps us to recharge our batteries, get better in touch with what's important to us, and help us make distinctions in terms of what we like and do not like, what we want and do not want. So that was our annual challenge today. Our Supersize Your Business post, our idiom today, was travel on a shoestring, thus the shoelaces, shoestrings. And we shared where it came from and how it came about and what it means. It means, of course, to do something inexpensively or cheaply. Try to travel as cheaply as we possibly can. Talked about I guess I've been on a couple of trips where I really traveled on a shoestring. I think the younger we are, the more we tend to do that, and then as we get older and more established, we don't have to do that anymore. But there were lessons learned, being creative, figuring problems out, problem solving, finding ways to do what we want when we don't have all of the unlimited resources that we wish we had at our fingertips. Of course, we all have access to all the resources we ever need or want or desire to do whatever it is that we want. We just don't know it. And that's part of what traveling on a shoestring helps to teach us, or doing anything, bootstrapping our business, starting a project, getting involved with an organization. And every time we have an idea to do something new, we generally, whenever we have an idea, don't have the resources to immediately implement that idea. But it's the creativity and the challenge and the problem solving involved, looking for solutions to find the resources to create what we want in life, that makes our life worthwhile. At least that's what makes my life worthwhile. So that was a fun idiom. I was looking for something a little different today, since a lot of people actually are traveling today, literally traveling around the country today. 4th of July was yesterday, so today is a holiday for most people, and that means it's probably a travel day for most people, coming back to their cabins, coming back from their visits with family or celebrations. We've got relatives up, thus the sleepover. So it's fun, but it's just got me thinking about traveling. Like, well, what are some idioms about traveling on a shoestring? And I realized that, yeah, I've done a little of that, but not very much. It might be kind of fun to challenge myself. And I have made some trips where I traveled on a shoestring just for the fun of it, but I always had backup. And so I think that negates from the actual sense of urgency that comes with, hey, I don't have a credit card. I got $30 in my wallet. How am I going to do this thing? And I think it's fun sometimes to set challenges up for ourselves that stretch us in ways to improve our creativity and our problem solving. Remember Robert Allen? He was a real estate investor and trainer. I don't even know if he's still alive, probably. But he taught, and his stick was, give me $100, drop me off in any city in the country, and within 24 hours I will have bought, I can't remember what he said, but some piece of real estate. And he would have purchased real estate with $100 in his wallet and in 24 hours, and without knowing anyone, no place to stay, no nothing, without knowing anything. That was his way of telling people that what he taught about zero down, no owner financing was doable, and doable by anybody, and anybody who was even in a market that they weren't familiar with. And so he got really creative and really good at doing that. I think he did that in at least 20 some cities, where he was challenged by newspapers and things and they would literally drop him off in a city. He would buy, I think he said 1 to 3 pieces of real estate. I can't remember it now because it's been 20 years since I worked with Robert Allen or read and was in one of his early coaching programs, actually. I was in one of his coaching programs, and he always told that story. It's also in his books, but again, read them 20 years ago, and so they're not on the top of my mind. But it reminds me of the importance of knowing what we do so well that we could do it anywhere, anytime, any place. And once we have our own personal confidence and system like that, we become unstoppable and kind of bulletproof, because we know that we can survive no matter what, no matter where, no matter when. I think that's a really great place to be in. All right, that's what I'm working on today. Sleepover tonight, so I'm probably going to secretly go change my shirt and actually record tomorrow's videos right now, since I don't have my granddaughter until later today, just so I've got them done and I don't have to stress out tomorrow about when am I going to do my videos, because I realized that I have fallen into a good positive pattern of I like to create my content first thing in the morning every day. It's okay if I don't get to put it out in the world right away in the morning, but I like to create it before I start the rest of my day, before I get pulled away in a million different directions, because even though I try to control and focus, I still get pulled away in a lot of different directions, depending on what's going on in the world and in my family and in my businesses and in my life. And so for me, creating my content first thing in the morning feels good to me. It feels like I've got one thing done during the day that I can control, that I can make sure gets done and handled. So I think I'm going to actually confess that I'm going to do that right now. So I've got my videos recorded for tomorrow, and I don't have to stress out about how and when am I going to get them recorded, since I won't be home. All right, have an amazing day. I will, of course, be with you tomorrow. I may be with you today for tomorrow, but I'll be with you tomorrow for sure in spirit. If I can help you in any way, ask in the comments below. Otherwise, keep on doing what you're doing. If you need help, ask. If you don't know anyone to ask me, and I might not have the answer, but I guarantee I can hook you up with what to do, what your next step can be, who can help you, etc., or a resource that will help you take that next step, because we never have to have all the steps from A to Z planned out to get us where we want to go. We just have to be willing to take that next step. When we take the next step after that appears. And we don't see 5 or 6 steps. Sometimes we fortunately do, but usually it's one step at a time, and just by taking that step, we know what to do next. And it's kind of like playing leapfrog, I guess, now that I think about it. You just leapfrog 1, 2, 3 until you get to where you want to go. All right, have an awesome day. I'll, of course, be with you tomorrow. Bye.